What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Thursday night, going into Friday morning. I'll rush this time. On the other side of midnight and all, yeah, it's Friday already, right? I came across this damn story right here, and I'm telling you right now, it is a blood boiler. You understand? A lowlife, reprobate, piece of shit Tucson, Arizona police officer, okay, actually tackled a teenage quadriplegic amputee to the ground, wrestled him and every damn thing, wrestled him down to the ground. You understand? We're gonna check this video out, and then I'll give a little bit on the commentary. But basically, this video is self-explanatory, okay? But we'll talk briefly about it after the fact. Then that way I can vent a little bit.
Only on KOLD News 13 tonight, we are getting a look at explosive new video of a controversial arrest involving a Pima County Sheriff's deputy and a 15-year-old who has no legs or arms. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Marties.
And I'm Brooke Wagner. This video shows the deputy wrestling the teen to the floor. We do want to warn you the video you're about to see could be disturbing to watch.
KOLD News 13's Bud Foster joining us live at the Sheriff's Office along Vincent Highway with more. Bud.
Well, Dan, I showed that video to the Pima County Sheriff's Department just a little while ago. They had not seen the video before, and once they watched it, they did begin an internal investigation. Now, this incident happened a couple of months ago, but that video is just now coming to light. We were able to get our hands on it today, and as you said, it's going to be rather explosive.
And then they have an exchange, and he gets in his face.
And he curses at him.
You consider that egregious?
Yes, absolutely. Imagine you are this boy with no limbs who just got tackled by this large man with a badge and gun, and this man is now screaming in your face, and he's now threatening your friend who has the temerity to record this whole incident. Absolutely, that's egregious.
The 8-minute video begins with a deputy on top of the 15-year-old boy, wrestling him to the floor with shouting and swearing. Later, it also shows that same deputy arrests the 16-year-old boy who shot most of the video.
He's eating the bowl of cereal. He puts the bowl of cereal down. He puts his hand behind his back, and now the deputy's going to slam his head into the wall.
And he's completely restrained at this point and is not trying to resist arrest.
He doesn't look like he's doing anything.
Just for good measure, let's slam his head into the wall.
We watched the video with the public defender, Joel Feinman, and with his chief assistant, Megan Page, in their office.
I would be horrified if an officer treated my children this way, and these kids are already in the traumatic situation of being in DCS custody, and they're not even in a stable home environment. So I think it's absolutely horrific.
We showed the video to the Pima County Sheriff's Department Internal Affairs late this afternoon, which would not allow us to tape that. It was the first time the department had seen the video. It was not aware that it even existed, and as would be expected, they were non-committal.
It's difficult to really predict, but obviously there are a number of outcomes that could occur following an internal affairs investigation.
Meantime, the public defender's office says it's rare that videos such as this make daylight. Usually they get buried, so when one does see sunshine, it's a rare teaching moment.
Men with badges and guns should not be acting this way, and that men and women who do act this way should not have badges and guns.
Now, those two teenagers were arrested. They were taken to juvenile jail and booked for disorderly conduct. That case right now is being prosecuted by the Pima County Attorney's Office. Now, I'm going to talk to one of those young boys tomorrow. They're in school, so we have to sort of work around that. And the Pima County Sheriff's Office told us late this afternoon that that internal investigation would probably take a couple of weeks. Dan, Brooke?
And Bud, you mentioned that you could not film us watching their reaction there with the Sheriff's Department as they watched that video for the first time, but you were in the room, correct?
Well, yes, and these men are professionals, and they're very stoic. They didn't show any emotion, but I tell you what, they watched every moment of that video. They watched it very intently, and then after it was over, they asked us for a copy for their internal investigation.
And also, Bud, who's advocating for this teen? He lives in a group home. Do you have any idea who's going to be helping him through this process as it just gets started?
Well, yeah, you're right. He is in a group home. I was told today that he has been abandoned by his family. He does have a lawyer. I talked to the lawyer this afternoon, and he said there's likely to be some civil action, some civil litigation somewhere down the road.
All right, thank you, Bud. And we will stay on top of the story and bring you any new details as soon as we get them.
The word shame does not even, it's an understatement. It does not even begin to explain what that fat, thick-headed Wilson Fisk looking bastard did to that guy, that teenage boy right there. You understand? He don't have no arms and no legs. I've seen animals with more remorse. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've seen animals, that had more remorse for when they done something they know they shouldn't have done. You see? That cop needs his badge taken. He needs his gun taken, and he needs to be put off of the police force. And he needs a severe ass kicking himself by somebody that has arms and legs and that's big enough and bad enough to deal with his fucked up looking ass. And that's just all there is to it. How do you sleep at night doing shit like this to somebody that's, hell, the boy is not crippled. Hell, he ain't got no arms and no legs. How can you do this? That cop is a menace to society. And then he has the nerve, you understand, and the gall to go and arrest the kid that was filming it. Another violation of rights, you understand? See? Now, there's nothing else for the police, force to do in Arizona, but to make an example out of this cop. You understand? That did that to that young man. I don't know who could abandon him. I don't know anything about that. But all I can say is just too bad to see the young man in the predicament he's in. Okay? But that damn cop, he needs dealt with for what he did to that young man. He needs to be put off of the police force. Take that badge and that gun away from that Mr. Clean looking bastard. You see? Take it away from him. Take his little shield and his protection away from him. See? Let him run into somebody that's more than capable of kicking his ass. Because, see, I can tell you right now, the word coward does not begin to describe this piece of shit. It does not begin to. How the hell can you do something that to somebody is like a quadriplegic like that? Guy's just downright low life and sick and everything that's low is, It's terrible. Sick. Disgusting. All of the words that's above that describe just reprobate behavior. All day. See? Now, Internal Affairs knows what it is and they know what they got to do. And now, the Wilson Fisk looking bastard is sweating bullets somewhere, worrying about if he's going to have his job. But if they let him off this with some damn desk duty or some shit, I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you that have faith in the police force across this country, you better put your faith in the Most High and abandon this shit because it ain't right. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. I'm interested in hearing y'all stories and y'all views and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And may the spirits that seen this Wilson Fisk meathead looking bastard do that to that young man deal with him even if the police don't. And make sure y'all live y'all lives as though you're being watched simply because we are. This is James and I'm out. Peace.